You know, I don't know why I got started on this video journey, sharing myself and not just my art. I do know that when I post a video for someone to watch, I like to assume that I'm showing it to you in person and standing right there, and I don't like awkward silences, and that's what it feels like to me. So, after talking to some friends, you know, I found that there's more to me just making a picture. Started explaining to people why I make color choices or why I've taken scenic pieces off of my list of things to do and now recently put them back on. I know that I started showing videos of my art because I wanted to build a business around doing something that I have a passion for. And as I've been working for the last 3 years in the studio trying to produce the best art that I can produce, well, styles have changed. My hands have gotten steadier, my eyes slightly less focused, but my mind keener. Creating art is a practice, and practice makes progress, they say. I tell everyone else that their art is a portal into another world, and I neglect the fact that I, too, am opening new dimensions. If you told me 10 years ago I'd be making art and not working in a retail job, I'd tell you were crazy because I always played it safe. This is me being vulnerable and putting myself out there. This is me before the rise. All my life, I've felt like a statistic. Divorced parents at a young age led me to a lifestyle that was very different than some are used to. And don't take that as a negative because it wasn't. I mean, I had an extra guiding influence at a parental level. And on both sides, my mom and dad both found someone to help them rise from their low point of being separated from each other. I now had twice as many adults in my corner rooting for me and also uplifting what I want to do while emphasizing that I should take care of myself first. And then, at 19 years old, I became a parent myself. With a whole semester of prerequisite classes at a community college for a liberal arts degree, now I'm in charge of another human life. I learned patience in my early 20s, working as a direct care assistant for adults that are born with medical disabilities. That's actually the job that taught me a love for literature. And I started bringing a book to work every day just to try and enrich my mind and establish a better vocabulary. But inevitably, my heart was not in the job, and I decided it was time for me to part ways from that career path. I'd taken one too many hits to the head, as is the prescription for someone as tall as I am working in a facility that has, well, temperamental adults. And I loved my time in that job. I worked with some amazing people, and I made some memories for myself. It wasn't just a job. That's the problem with me. Most of my jobs aren't just jobs. I live, eat, breathe what I do. And maybe that's why I started sharing all this stuff with you guys and telling you about who I am and where I came from and why I'm as screwed up as I am and what I'm doing to try and fix it. Because not worrying about you thinking, who is this guy that's trying to talk to me, leaves me more time to focus on the passion of actually creating things and talking to you about them. Statistics, I'm 40, overweight, unemployed / working for myself. Might have a tendency to wait an extra day to shower, depending on how lazy I'm feeling. But the other side of that blade is sharpened by the lessons taught by my parents. Work hard. Value yourself. Never let anyone tell you you can't do something. And never follow the crowd off a ledge like a lemming. Blaze your own trail. Be the leader, not the lamb. And maybe all these lessons that just seem like simple one-liners from a parent in passing, they all lead up to the same thing. Be the hero in your own story. Defy the laws. Paint purple and pink clouds. I do some weird things like that. And probably because in my time I watched a lot of movies, and one of the things I love is movie lines. And one of my favorite lines is from Billy Madison, an Adam Sandler movie. The line was, I painted the duck blue because I've never seen a blue duck before and I wanted to see a blue duck. Do you have a blue duck moment? Seriously, think about it. It doesn't have to be painting. It doesn't have to be drawing. You could be in the kitchen and thought, I'm going to use this seasoning instead of this one, and it ended up being an incredible thing. Has anything like that ever happened to you on your walk? Statistically speaking, it probably has. And spiritually thinking about it, that's kind of cool. So yeah, divorced, 19-year-old parent. Did you know I also had like 7 car accidents because I suffer from highway hypnosis? Or, ADD behind the wheel. I don't know. It's just something that happens. I don't have something engaged in my mind, and I lose focus, and then I'm out, and then I'm in an accident. I've had 7 of those since I was 17 years old. The last accident I had took my left eye. I now live cycloptically as an artist, painting really awesome stuff, but with very limited depth perception. That's what takes me so long to create some of the things I do, because sometimes those fine details really require 5 minutes just to get the brush tip to the canvas. So why make that my main focus of my business creation? Because it's what makes me happy. It affords me the ability to care for my wife in our time of need as she waits for her disability claim to be accepted by the state, which could take years. But that's where me and my father differed, because I was never about statistics. I hated math. But I was always really good at talking to people. That's why I excelled in my jobs as a salesman. That's why I was favored by my subordinates when I was management. Because statistically speaking, I was the one person that cared the most about the people around them. And now I share my story, hoping that people care enough about what I've gone through and what lessons I may have to share. And if this falls on deaf ears and no one learns anything from my stories, at least I found a way to get them out of my head. I found a way to fill that awkward silence that we talk about. This canvas that we've been watching unfold through this entire talk, I started in 2021. And now today, Sunday, January 14th, its story has also come to an end, as I have decided to finish her up, put brushes down, and most importantly, simplify what I have already overcomplicated. So while we may not know why I started this journey sharing my videos and my story, we can at least agree on this much. No matter what curveballs life has thrown me, I find a way to come out on top. I don't let that victim mindset cripple my chances of succeeding, but I most importantly want to emphasize that I love opening these portals for you to travel to another dimension. I hope I talked your ear off today. I hope by seeing this canvas unfold in front of you, you realize the potential that lays inside you, me, and everyone around us. Follow for more content like this. Comment below if there's something about me you'd like me to discuss. Art to your heart.